With that in mind, guys, welcome to the show today. Thank you very much for joining. As you guys are aware, there's been a lot going on. We've honestly been doing some really big streams recently on this channel, and we've been covering some pretty tough stuff, especially with the interview with Shiloh, which is very difficult to talk about, as it was very heartfelt, very emotional. There was a lot of things that were said that were pretty difficult to have a perspective and opinion on without really, sticking the stake into Onision's chest like the vampire that he is. But no, guys, honestly, welcome to the stream. It's great to have you guys all here today. Thank you for actually all of you guys joining on time. That is honestly, the amount of you guys who've been joining and you've been saying, "Oh, sorry that I'm late," like 3 times in a row. It's good to see a lot of you guys are here on time today. You're finally getting the memo that I start at 5 EST. Obviously, I'm aware that some of you guys obviously have stuff going on that you can't obviously be here, but you know, it's nice to see you guys making an effort, which I really do appreciate it. I'm doing great, Mr. Goaty Goat, the Ram Rammer. I hope you're doing well. I hope everybody's doing well here. It's good to have you guys here. So guys, we're going to be talking a lot about Onision today. We're going to be digging into some of his more recent tweets. I see some of you guys have been talking about that in the chat, so you're gonna get a bit of commentary from me on some of his tweets. We're going to laugh at the tweets. We're going to joke about the tweets. And yeah, maybe I'll even vote. You know, maybe I'll even vote on some of the tweets. Sorry, guys. I'm still recovering from bronchitis or something, so I'm still a bit coughy. Hopefully, I'm going to be better by Monday next week. That's hopefully what I'm guessing or hoping for. But for all of you guys here who are new to my streams, lovely to see you guys here. I want you guys to be aware that I actually hit 1,000 subscribers last night, and it was a huge achievement for me. I am very happy, as you could probably guess today. And it seems one of my videos recently has been doing very well on my channel. I've gained a couple of thousand viewers. I think a lot of you guys have probably watched that video, the podcast review video. And I think some of you guys have actually joined, subscribed to me just from that video. And yeah, thank you very much, Maura. Thank you, Vixen. It goes without saying, guys, that I love live streaming. I love commentary. I've been doing it for a number of years on other platforms, and I finally decided to try and become an official commentator on YouTube. The big time, I would say, when it comes to online commentary. So anyway, but yeah, really cool. I'm ecstatic about what's going on. If you guys haven't already watched that video, I suggest you guys check it out. It's my most popular video on my channel. Feel free to give it a like and whatnot. But it's been great. Hey Loki, it's been a while, has it? Has it, Space Monkey? Nice to see you again. But anyway, yeah. Hey from NI. NI. Where's NI? What state's that? What place is that? NI. God, guys, I do not know states. I do. Oh, it's in Northern Ireland. No, you're kidding me. I was thinking America. I was like, North Idaho? Oh god. Northern Ireland. Well, that's pretty much just an extension of England anyway. Ha ha ha. I'm English for anybody who doesn't know, so of course I'm going to be act superior in that regard. I am aware. Oh, we got Welsh. A Welsh woman in the chat as well. That's awesome. Yeah, it's great. It's great to see you guys here. Nice to see lots of Brits in the chat as well, actually. Glad to see you still got your long hair, Jesus. I appreciate that, Mr. Goaty Goat, the Ram Rammer. That's cool. Thank you, Marie. Thank you. I'm aware, Ophelia. I am aware. Onion Boy is streaming right now. He's on Twitter. He's playing League of Legends or some shit. Nothing worth watching, guys. He's just sitting there with his thumb up his arse. It actually makes me never want to play League of Legends again. Knowing that he enjoys that game makes me not want to play it. I'm an American. Hello. Hello, American. Hello. What part of America? I've only gone to New York, but it was a great experience. New York City is very exciting and very huge. Like, it's a cultural mecca. It's amazing. He's playing his violins. Sure. Yeah. Also, chess is so much better. I agree. You still play Shaco? Yeah. When I can, right? Southern represent. Cool. But anyway, so I really want to jump into things today. I feel like this stream's going to be more of just like a normal commentary stream today, which I think is going to be really fun. You guys can ask me some questions. You can maybe, offer your standpoints and some topics that you'd like me and everybody else to discuss. If you've got anything in particular you would like to have spoken about today. But we're going to start off really today going through some of Onision's more recent tweets. And the reason why, guys, is because, as you could probably guess, Onision has been almost hunted down recently by various people, Chris Hansen, and I could do that, Abby. I've never done that before. I feel a bit scared about doing call-ins to my stream. I feel like I need to do that when I'm more prepared. But I actually would love to do call-ins because it makes me feel more like a radio host, which is kind of what I want to do anyway. Hey, Jasmine, welcome to the stream. First time being here. Well, thank you for joining. Hope you enjoy the stream. His email to Hansen was epic cringe. Yeah, we talked about it yesterday, Phoenix, and it was fucking. It's fucking ridiculous, man. But yeah, obviously, Onision's been going through a lot of shit recently. I mean, he's been going through a lot of shit for ages because of all the things and all the allegations and everything. But more recently, obviously, with this with Chris Hansen, I've been very closely following what he's been doing, his behaviour, his tweets, and I think it goes without saying that Onision has never really been one to be normal when it comes to his behaviour, the things that he posts publicly on social media. He's always been somebody to kind of go against the grain, to do things that you don't really expect. And I think that's why some people really enjoy listening to people like me commentate about him. Because he's such a fucking... the best word I could really use to describe him is a delinquent. He's a tit. And not the good kind of tit either. We're talking, he's a hairy tit. But anyway, a fuckhead. That's a good one too. His time is near, down with the Onion, from somebody called LowkeyLoki. I like the name. I wish it was about me and not fucking Marvel Loki. But what guy? I said tit, like booby, not tick. Not tick. I mean, I could have said that too. Okay, maybe you guys aren't hearing me clearly. My apologies. Oh, whoops. Don't worry, Nia. It's difficult for me to enunciate the T's, I suppose. Anyway, guys, I don't want to turn into just a slur fest of ways we can insult Onision. It's pretty evident that there is a huge community of people out there who are doing enough of that anyway. Been with Onion for 10 years. He's gonna go full Ted Bundy soon. See, you're funny, Mr. Goody, but I hope that's not going to be the case. Like as funny as that is that you say that, I really hope that is not the case. So anyway, yeah, let's really just jump into things today anyway. I really want to start looking at some of these tweets that he's been posting more recently. We're gonna flash back about 24 hours. I feel like 24 hours is probably the right amount of time to really start looking at his more recent tweets. I'm sure you guys have probably heard, and if you haven't, you're gonna find out now, that he actually did state about a week or so ago that he was gonna stop using Twitter. And clearly, as most things that Onision says, it was bullshit. It was complete bullshit. He was talking out of his ass. Honestly, with Onision, you don't know which is which. Ass face. But obviously he's back. He's tweeting again. He's also got a Patreon exclusive Twitter, which I don't really understand the point of, but he has it. So he's offering something different to patrons, like a different experience on Twitter, but like to everybody else, he's offering this the legend experience, which is what he's calling himself on Twitter currently. He's calling himself the legend, which yeah, I don't know. All right. Anyway, let's continue. Yeah. So Dex is put in the chat, and it hasn't showed up yet. Let me just there we go. Moderators, come on, moderators, what are you doing? Dex puts in the chat. What the fuck does he post on the exclusive Twitter even? Honestly, that's what I'm thinking. It's gonna be something that's honestly. I think this legend Twitter is more of like a propaganda Twitter. Or at least maybe that's the way that he kind of envisioned it, is that he could use it to, like, rile people up and kind of make people feel certain ways about certain things. And I think maybe his Patreon one, it's more, like, happy and friendly and, like, encouraging people to support him. And obviously, I feel like if you're somebody who's got a Patreon, and not everybody does, but I feel like a lot of people who do have Patreons, they've got to, like, come up with excuses and things that they can offer that people would want to buy. And if you really think about it, there isn't really that much you can offer as a YouTuber that people actually fucking want. Right? Like, does that not go without saying, guys? Like, there's a lot of things that like YouTubers, live streamers, commentators that they offer. Who the fuck wants that? Like, for example, like, okay, maybe some people are into it, but for example, I don't know if I really want like a YouTuber sticker that I can put on my wall. I don't really, or like I mean, maybe not a lot of people, but some people, they offer like pictures of themselves on pillows and like posters, stuff like that. And obviously, I mean, maybe with Onision, because he used to have this huge like cult-like fandom. Maybe people would buy stuff like that. But I feel like, yeah, especially as as a YouTuber who's trying to make bank, you've got to really figure out. You know, you got to really blow smoke up out of your own ass and come up with ways to make people want to actually purchase these various benefits, these various packages, $5, $10, $15, $20, etc., etc., etc. Yeah, one sec. Okay, there we go. All right, let's have a look at what we got in the chat. We got so many comments today, and the chat is on fire. Thank you everybody for joining so far. You're I want to make sure that we actually like get into your perspectives, because that's what's fucking important, right? As much as I can like rant and talk for like hours, you guys, he let her go septic, yeah. So oh my god, Pert's in the chat. Kai basically broke Sarah into a shell of who she was. That seems to be the consensus. But like Onision and Kai, especially Onision, seems to be playing it off like it was the opposite, and like that Sarah and other people are breaking her. It's like that's the thing. Like Onision's like thinks that everybody's a sociopath because they're making like these jokes about Kai crying, but legitimately you've spent like months, maybe even years, sorry, manipulating people with such statements, saying, "Oh, Kai's crying, dude, stop." I don't know, man. I don't know. Like, you know, come on, guys. It's I don't want to like go around. I don't want to say things that everybody else says on their commentating streams. I kind of want to offer something different here, but I feel like it goes without saying, and I did need to say that. Yeah, Vixen, he already is Loki. Guys, I'm Loki as fuck. Honestly, like, I just like listen to shit. I watch shit. I'm incognito. Do you know what I mean? I'm there, but I'm not there. It's great. I'm super Loki when it comes to shit like this. Apart from my live streams, I suppose, and I become really like fucking hikey. But yeah. And guys, hey, thank to everybody who's like congratulating me on hitting 1,000 subscribers. I honestly can't believe that we hit 1K last night, and we're almost at 1.1K now. And I'm just, it's wow, it's insane. Who knows, guys, that I could you know, have a good title, have some good content, and people would watch it. Wow, it's a huge fucking surprise to me, guys. I've been on a platform where I was stagnating for over a year. So to come to YouTube and to be like embraced by so many like interesting and engaging people, it's been really cool. It's been really, really cool. Anyway, he hides behind his paywalls to convince his followers the world is bad and he is good. It is cult-like. Yeah, and I'd like to actually make a video kind of actually discussing that more in depth. Maybe it'll be like a live... Maybe it'll be more like a podcast where I won't be talking to a chat and I'll just be talking about the whole cult mentality for maybe like 30 minutes or something. Because honestly, I have a lot to say about it and I don't really necessarily want to go into it now. But I think it's... Yeah, I know, Sasha. And Onision's $1,000 or like a really, really expensive package. I don't know if it is still $1,000 or what the price is. But it's like $1,000 and you get to meet him. I don't know. It's just... I don't know if you should ever really put a price tag on like meeting fans. You know, I think it's kind of... It doesn't make you look good. It doesn't make you look good. You know, it's not really cool. My boyfriend had a rat called Loki. Well, I don't really know what to say to that Midnight Oil, but he was awesome. Well, maybe I'm a descendant of that rat. Who knows? Squeak, squeak. Fucking Christ, man. But anyway. It's always super inspiring to see people love your work as a creator, and hey, you worked super hard to get this far. You should be proud. Thank you, Maura. You know, I feel like I've got a lot more work to put in first, but you know, we'll take it one step at a time, guys. One day at a time. So anyway, guys, I want to start bringing up shit on the screen. I want you guys to really see, you know, what we're talking about here. What is Onision actually? What kind of tweets is he putting out right now? What kind of behaviour is he exhibiting? Let's discuss it. Let's talk about it. All of you guys, feel free to get involved in this discussion. I think that would be really, really sweet. Let's see if you guys can actually see what I can see. Oh, it goes blurry for a second. But yeah, guys, look at that. I feel like I maybe should like make myself a little bit smaller. Yeah, shrink myself down a little bit. Perfect, guys. Look at that. Bada boom, bada boom. We've got it. Okay, so, yeah, I feel like the last 24 hours is going to make sense with obviously Chris Hansen's stream and everything. This represents kind of Onision's tweets and behaviour since that's happened. I'm pretty sure you guys are all aware at this point that Onision was watching that stream with Chris Hansen and Shiloh. Either he was watching or he had somebody close to him watching and giving him information. And it's very, very evident that Onision was not happy. I mean, and why wouldn't he be? Right? Why wouldn't? Let's think about it. And of course Onision's not happy that this is happening, that women are being brought on to attest to the allegations against him. Yeah. And yeah, I'm aware that he has done stuff like this on Twitter before. But we're not necessarily... I mean, that is a good representation of his past behaviours, but let's focus on what's going on right now. Because obviously I don't actually have, like, proof of the things that happened back then. And the thing about me is I don't really talk about something being true unless I can put my... You know, I can put my, like, my hand to my heart and, like, you know, like, actually know that it happened. So it's all about integrity, I suppose. Anyway, so yeah, he's been posting some GIFs. Keanu, a couple other people. There's this one tweet where he puts deplatform, and I don't know. I feel like the thing about Onision, right? And guys, how do you feel about this? Do you guys agree or not? You know, state your opinions. But he has been constantly trying to, you know, intentionally ignore people. And stay away from the toxicity, the drama, the conflict. But then he continuously puts up tweets to try and rattle people, to try and like anger and trigger people. Do you guys not see how conflicting that is? Like, and yeah, okay, so yeah, Granny's immediately put in the chat, bait. Yeah, I get that. I get that he's obviously baiting people, but why? Why are you baiting people? Why are you baiting people to get angry with you, to get even more angry with you? When you keep telling people that you want everybody to lay off, you want people to be nice, he's very conflicting. He doesn't know what he wants, does he? He doesn't know if he wants the attention or if he doesn't want the attention. It's so obscure. And So we got a comment here. I actually have no idea how to pronounce your name. I apologize, but he's a narcissist. He can't help but live in the truth of the moment, and that shifts often. Yeah, I don't know if that if reflects on him being a narcissist. I think that might be something completely different. That is why he's acting like that. But yeah, he definitely seems to be exhibiting that. You're not wrong. You're definitely right in that. Um, he doesn't really know what the fuck he wants, and he keeps shifting his perspectives every 5 fucking seconds. And I don't know, man. It's weird. And yeah, okay, I can see good and bad attention is still attention. Yeah, people always say that. It's usually publicity, isn't it? People say it doesn't matter if it's good or bad publicity, it's still publicity. Like you're still getting attention, you're still getting engagement, right? But this isn't just like a small incident. This is a huge drama conflict. This is like, honestly, a lot of people would have probably like stopped streaming by this point if they were being attacked the way that Onision has been getting attacked. A lot of people have given up for a lot less, in my opinion. Los Tralor. Los Tralor. Okay, I'm gonna try and remember that. I'm gonna try and that's a big one. That's a big one, guys. Have you seen the 2003 to 2005 videos? Dude was legit fucking insane before 2009. Now he's frozen in emo weeaboo creep mode. I mean, I feel like a lot of YouTubers were like crazy back when YouTube first started, and a lot of them have changed and shifted their behavior. And it just seems to me that whilst Onision has changed a little bit since then, he seems to have just, in my opinion, predominantly got worse. I mean, I don't know if you agree, but like in a different way, I suppose. Let's scroll up a little bit more. He puts I'm probably the funniest person on Twitter. I don't really know if that's true. He posts some artwork that he didn't put any actual like reference to the artist on, which is kind of stupid as fuck. And yeah, here's one here. So he puts number one, most people just cause you to lose faith in them. Number two, some people cause you to lose faith in all humanity. Most of you are not to number two yet, but once you see what I have, you'll get there. Enjoy your ignorance while it lasts. Reality is oof. Yeah. Like you would think, right, that Onision would really want to distance himself from all of this, and that he wouldn't want to be trying to piss people off and call people ignorant. But yeah, he does really come off that way. A couple of you guys have been putting it in the chat, and I can't disagree. He does play himself off that he's really, really deep. Like he's this really intelligent, he's this mastermind that he knows so much more than everybody else. And whilst yes, he is more intelligent than some people, you are not the most intelligent man in the world, sir, and you're definitely not in the top 10% in my opinion. And I wouldn't say that about myself either, actually. But what I'm trying to say is he seems to be very irrational. He might be intelligent, but he's not rational with what he's saying. It's I don't even, me saying that, I don't need any proof. You can look at his social medias, you can look at the things that he's posting, and you can tell that he is irrational, and he is just a bit of a fool, really, when it comes to actually what he's talking about. Yeah, we're gonna get to that, Jasmine. And I find it very weird. The only reason he leaves Twitter forever each time is to quickly delete evidence. Forever was what, a week this time? Right, yeah, it seems to be it. Sasha's got a good point. I don't know what my moderators are doing today. Like, none of these comments are actually coming up in my chat, and I'm not seeing anything. I need some new moderators, guys. Maybe that, or they're... Okay, there we go. They're coming through now. They're coming through. What are you doing? Stop sleeping. Either hide them or show them, please. He puts it's a bummer cameras can't capture how truly attractive I am. And it's funny, I actually clicked on that, and people were posting pictures of him when he doesn't have his makeup on, when he doesn't have good lighting, and it's really funny. Let's have a look. Let's have a look if we can actually find them. Let's see. Okay, yeah, I shouldn't be like... Alright, okay. I don't want to be necessarily too nasty, but... Yeah, I don't know. That's pretty accurate. That's honestly, when I think of Onision, that's usually what I really get, I suppose, but yeah, anyway. I'm like the only mod too. Oh, I'm sorry. Guys, looks like there's going to be some mod positions available to you guys soon, which is exciting. Well, Juicebox Baby, thanks for joining the stream. Appreciate it. Well, yeah, welcome to one of my live streams that I'm doing today. Be aware, guys, for anybody who's new here, I live stream this time every day on weekdays. I sometimes do Saturdays too. I will be doing Saturday tomorrow. I will be doing tomorrow on here, so tune in at 5 p.m. EST tomorrow. I do not stream on Sundays. It is my day off. It is my rest day. But I will be on tomorrow, so we can definitely talk about lots of good stuff. Yeah, Abby's doing a great job. Abby's like MVP in this shit up right now, guys. Great moderator. Anyway, so next one is, and this is a poll, who is the greatest evil of all time? Hitler, Satan, Onision. Like, it fucking baffles me. It fucking baffles me that he would put this shit up. It actually baffles me. And who do I think is the greatest evil of all time? Well, considering that Hitler is actually a real person and Satan is just a concept, and there's no proof that Satan is actually real, I'm gonna go with Hitler. There we go. And yes, 75% of people have voted for Onision. And it's pretty evident to me that... Okay, maybe I'm wrong, but this is my opinion. I'm a commentator, guys. This is what I do, innit? Yeah, maybe he misspelled Stalin. Yeah, that's a good. That's true. But it seems like he knows that you guys are going to vote for him, and he's going to use that to make you all look stupid, like you are irrational, like you are ridiculous, like you're a bunch of clowns. And maybe I'm wrong, but I feel like that's what he's getting at. Either that, or he's just, like, trolling. He's just like, ha ha, like, aren't I more evil? Like, yeah, I don't know, man. Honestly, I don't think I'll ever understand how Onision's mind works. Or actually, really, anybody's mind works. We can never really know, to be exact. But, you know, it won't stop me from digging, I'll tell you that. See, I'm a goddamn legend. Jeez, man. How much sexier is Onision than everyone else? And every single option is is a positive one. There is no negative option. So you've got to vote. I don't know. I don't know, man. It is. Onions make me cry. Me too. Yeah, honestly, I don't know if I can really vote on this one. I feel a little bit. I feel like I'm being tricked. You know, they're all the same. But yeah, anyway, that's true. Yeah, it's true about Satan. But I don't really want to get into that today. Being tricked. And I'm called Loki. That doesn't make any sense. I'm the trickster god. Fuck off. Someone literally just said grooming isn't sexy. Ooh, dude, sorry you don't groom yourself, but I do. Lol, ooh. He's still going with this whole thing that he thinks everybody's Shut up, Onision! Shut up! Alright? You know what we're talking about. Shut up. You know what we're talking about. He's such an idiot, man. He's such a fucking... He rattles my fucking jimmies, guys. Yeah, he thinks he's being funny. And to an extent, he is being funny, but it's just, like, annoying. It's just annoying more than anything. Rip my ears. Sorry, I did try and like shout away from the microphone, but you know, I don't know. It's fucking. It's definitely something. You sure about that? I mean, I don't know, man. It's ah. Because he's even said on stream that like he doesn't like people calling him like a groomer or a predator. Like he doesn't like those words being used. And um and now he's referencing like, oh, like now he's making jokes about grooming and how it's like referencing his style and how he looks and shit, and the fact that he washes his hair and just shit like that. I don't know, man. I don't know. I could never really understand. Marry, fuck, or cuddle Onision. Huh. This doesn't really help him, does it? You know, with the allegations and things that are against him posting these kind of like sexual, like kind of unnecessarily sexual tweets. I mean, I'm not necessarily gonna say that it's like a big no-no, or like I'm not gonna do like outrage culture here and be like this tweet's really really bad, but like you would think somebody who's going through that would probably want to avoid like sexualizing things for a while and kind of be more careful and not ask his audience if they want to marry, fuck, or cuddle him. I'm gonna vote on it just because I want to see what people vote. So I'm gonna go with cuddle. Yeah, I wouldn't want to do the yeah. It's probably the best one. And there's actually a large portion of people that have put fuck on there, which is interesting. Yeah, right. Yeah, yeah. My face when I said cuddle. I mean, it's uh yeah. Anyway, who is your second favorite person after Onision? Dan Howell, Jesus, Elmo, Brad Pitt. We got some really varied options with this one. I can appreciate this poll more than the previous ones. And honestly, I don't know. I think I'm gonna have to go with. Ooh, it's a difficult one. I'm gonna have to go with Brad Pitt. I do like Jesus, but it's probably gonna have to be Brad Pitt. I like some of his movies that he's been in. Like Troy. I love that movie. Old school movie, 2000, made in 2000 or something, but it was a good movie. And there's loads of other movies that he's really good in, like Snatch, which is a British movie. Um, but anyway, but yeah, gotta vote for Brad Pitt, right? That's precious. Give. What would you rate me out of 10? They're all really high. I'm gonna have to go for the lowest. Yeah, everybody went with the lowest. Pretty much everybody went with the lowest, which probably means they were thinking the same thing that I was. And yeah, it is actually. His accent in Snatch was so just ridiculously funny. But yeah, I don't want to jump into that necessarily too much today. Are you looking at the replies? Honestly, I like the replies are still the same. Zero, zero, pedo with a zero, which is potbelly with a zero. Somebody legitimately like rated every single one of his facial features, actually every single part of his body. I rate you a groomed teenage girl out of 10. I don't. It's a little bit. Mm, mm, yeah. Yeah. More pedos with zeros. Groomer with a zero. Oh my god, this is actually a really good one. So in response to 9, 10, and 11, somebody put, "Are these your favorite ages?" Who made this? Who made this? I will give them props. This is an amazing meme. This is great. Sophie. Shout out to Sophie. Wow, that's great. I don't know if it was actually if she actually made it, but whoever made it, shout out to you. That's awesome. Shut the fuck up, Greg. That's an old school one, but I do like that. Feel like I should have used this one for my stream today, but you know, I kind of want to like make my own like memes and use them for videos if I can. Um. Anyway, let's continue. Yes, a lot more bullshit. Right, here's one. How much do you love me being daddy? So much, daddy. I love you, daddy. Be with me forever, babe. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it makes me feel a bit weird. Like I've already spoken about this in previous live streams. You guys can check my archive if you're interested in finding out more. But I've spoken about how it's kind of strange now. It feels to me that he does represent himself as a daddy, if you know, like a DDLG daddy, and that he kind of wants littles. That's the kind of vibe that I get from Onision. But one thing that I think maybe some of you, I'm sure a lot of you guys are aware of this, but those of you who aren't or haven't really thought about this, I will say this right now. There are lots of abusive men who use the umbrella of the DDLG community to abuse women. It is a very like it happens more than you would expect, and not just DDLG, also like the BDSM spectrum as well. Like just the whole BDSM community in general. There are people, a lot of people who, well, maybe not a lot. I don't want to make it a sweeping statement, but there's a percentage of people who do that. I remember there was a guy on YouTube called like Beg for Jay or something, and he got like banned on here a while back for his fucking behavior and his. I don't actually even if he got banned. I know he got like fucking disowned by the community. I don't know if any of you guys were aware of that, but yeah, for anybody who I know some of you guys are probably gonna put in the chat, but I'm gonna say it myself. Abuse is not a part of the BDSM community. The thing about the BDSM community is there are soft and hard limits, there are rules that you follow, and there are like genuine principles to actually being a part of that. Whilst maybe not all of you guys are interested in anything like that, it's not just like a field of like abusive behavior and like treating your partners like shit. It's informed consent, exactly. Contracts, stuff like that. But yeah, let's continue. Why do you love me? Handsome, funny, talented, loving. Hmm. Alright. Okay, so these some of the more recent tweets, and these ones seem to be a little bit more serious. So we're gonna actually read these out. I'm gonna talk a little bit about them, and we're gonna figure things out. So he puts on this tweet. Let's zoom in so you guys can see a little bit better. When I first met Kai, everyone said I would destroy him, and that they had to protect him from me. Turns out it was all of you, and now I'm the one of the only people defending him. Look at you now. You played hero. Now you're monsters. You never cared about him. And the thing is, like, and this is what I really want to say, is it seems like Onision really wants, like, blind loyalty from his audience. And I don't blame him for that. It makes, like, I don't think he would ever think otherwise or have any reason to think otherwise. But it's what a lot of people do, and I've done it in the past too. I've thought like people needed to have blind loyalty to me. I was going like through some real like crazy shit early this year, and I was really struggling with my streams and stuff, and I was a bit sad that people weren't watching me or wanting to engage in my streams. And I was like, some people told me that they would always support me, that they'd always fuck with me. And I think as a commentator, as a YouTuber, you've got to always remember that you are a form of entertainment. You are an entertainer. And yes, some people are going to really love your personality, love what you do. But you should never expect anything from them. You should never expect anything from them. And coming back into Onision again, he has these really high expectations that people, even people who change their opinion of him, change their opinion of Kai, who have fallen out with him, fallen out with Kai, are fake, and that they've always been fake. It's not fair. People are allowed to change their mind on who they watch, who they support, who they like. It's okay. It's really like people do it with me all the time. Like it's okay. But I think he's going to an extreme right now, saying that you never cared about him. No, there was once a time where a lot of people cared about Kai and cared about Onision too, and they supported them and their brands and their careers, and over the years things have changed. That their opinions have changed. It doesn't take away from what the care and the value that they gave you once upon a time, And yeah, you will never be loved by everyone, and you got to get used to that shit, Yeah, I for one can understand that. Exactly, Granny. Right. Anyway. But yeah, so that's the first one. The next one is, you can't act like you're saving someone one day, then try and ruin their life the next. Anyone giving Kai a hard time, I don't know how you live with yourself. He's amazing. I don't know, man. He makes it sound like everybody's like flip-flopping. Like everybody's just like jumping from one side to another really, really fast. And whilst there probably are some people who've done that, I don't think a lot of people have. I think the majority, the main group of people who have switched sides or who have become anti-Onision, like, I don't really know what the stands, I suppose, right? People who've kind of involved themselves in that community probably did it over a period of time. Realistically, yeah, I want to know who the fuck is. Only one person retweeted this, to be honest. One person retweeted it. I don't know who the fuck that is. Interesting stuff, though, isn't it? Right. And here's another great one. This actually links into my stream that I did the other day, the podcast stream where it was like Kai and Onision, and they were talking about stuff, and they were talking a bit about outrage culture and what they don't like about it. It's like they genuinely think that people have no right to be upset or angry at like what they've done. Like it's, I don't know, man. I don't know. That's it, isn't it? They genuinely don't believe that people have a right to be upset. Yeah, maybe. Okay, I'm trying to think, because I don't want to be like small-minded. I want to try and think more like Onision and what he would be thinking right now. Maybe what he's thinking is it's not necessarily the issue with outrage culture. It's the issue that it's constantly happening. Like, it's not just people being outraged for a day or a week. Like, it's consistent months, years. Maybe that's what he's getting at. And people seem to be kind of angry or, like, aggressive towards anything that he says or does. But the thing is, and I think this is something that Onision doesn't understand, and I don't think he'll ever understand unless he watches this or watches somebody who speaks about this. But the way that you're acting, your abrasive behaviour, your attitude towards the community at large isn't helping. It's not helping anything. And you're actually, like, you right now, sir, you have the shovel, and you are digging yourself into a very, very big hole. And everybody is at the top. Everybody is standing over this hole, looking down at you, and they're all throwing rocks at you. Like, that is legitimately what is happening right now. That is the best analogy that I can think. And instead of trying to deal with that situation and perhaps make it better. One of the ways he could do that is maybe going on Chris Hansen's show, like other people with allegations attached have done. Blade, for example, who went on the show. Who else went on the show, actually? There was quite a few people who've gone on Chris Hansen's show before this whole thing kind of started. But, like, you know what I mean? He could go on the show and explain what's going on. And that might be a way of healing the wounds. Because, I mean, I don't know. I'm not saying that, like, people should forgive him. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying from, like, a outside perspective, if you're tired of people being outraged and toxic and pathetic, things that he's saying in this thing, that he's stating as options on this poll, that is his perspective on what he thinks outrage culture is. If he's tired of people doing that, being like that, how about you try and meet them halfway? How about you try and actually make amends for what's happened by going to jail? Just being a bit. I'm just being funny. Don't worry. Maybe figure it out. He sold his life story for views, money, but he didn't think of future implications or that people would be upset. He's in his own world. I think a lot of YouTubers are like that, though. A lot of YouTubers, they have no idea of, like, they're not really thinking that far ahead. A lot of them aren't, especially the ones who are a little bit more controversial, like Trisha Paytas and Onision, and obviously there are loads of examples. Those are the first two that really come to mind. There are loads of people who can do things that are very messy, who are very controversial, and they don't really think that far ahead. Anti-socials won't. I mean, right? I don't know. It's interesting. Let's read some of these comments. We've got so many comments today. I'm struggling to keep up. But you guys, it's good that I'm able to, like, kind of pick things that I want to say and kind of go from. Look, he called Shane Dawson a pedo because he knew it was the worst kind of human. They literally already know they are the worst kind of humans. They both do know. That's a very absolute statement, and I genuinely don't agree with that, Michelle. I do think your opinion's cool, and thank you for stating it. But I actually think that they're like, they've managed to convince themselves that they're not any of these things. They might actually be these things, but I don't think that they believe that or have any. You know what I mean? Do you guys get that? Like, I think they've legitimately told themselves, especially, maybe I don't know about Kai. Kai's really low-key at the moment. But especially, I think Greg has been just telling himself that he's not a bad person and that he doesn't need to apologize for shit and that people should just accept that he's who he is and fuck off. Like, I genuinely think that's what he's doing. We got Disco Plumber in the house. Great fucking name, by the way. Jeez. Love it. He would never. That means he would have to tell the truth. I don't think he knows the truth anymore. Right, and that's because he's told himself so many different things that I don't think he actually knows, like, which way is up. I think he's, like, dizzy as fuck. And I get that. That's okay, Loki. We get chat culture. Right. All right. That's yeah. I'm a behavior therapist. They actually do know. That's why they hide it. I'm not a behavior therapist, so I guess you must know more about this than I do. But I mean, that's just my interpretation. I believe he's told himself so many times what he thinks or wants to be, and he's become that. People can do that, and it's a huge form of being delusional, actually. And delusion is a very real thing. You know, it is. 135 views? I fucking know. Holy shit, guys. Amazing stream. Let's keep reading what we've got here. Shout out to my only moderator who's rocking and rolling right now. Thank you, Abby, for posting links and stuff. I know it is, isn't it, Mira? Like all these polls kind of apply to him. It's interesting. No problem, boss. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Um, yeah, Sasha. And I mean, honestly, like Kai did look really miserable in that podcast, and I mean, why wouldn't Kai be feeling like that with everything that's going on? Like Kai's in no way, shape, or form a victim, in my opinion. Um, but like, it just seems like Kai is really done. Okay, yeah, some of you guys are like, oh, Kai always looks miserable, but has Kai always looked like completely done and fed up with Onision shit? Because that's really the vibe that I was getting, like, in that podcast. But yeah. Anyway, let's continue. Alright. Literally the same people who made videos trying to save Kai are now making videos trying to destroy him. You did it for the views, and you are fake, empty, just like I said. You played yourselves. We both claimed to support him day one. Look at you now. Hypocrisy, frauds on crack. Fucking hell, man. Like, it's just funny to me, man. This guy, he takes such a fucking moral high ground with people who make videos talking about Kai or talking about him and how we're just fake and we're doing it for views. Dude, the amount of videos you made about Eugene Cooney, just shut the fuck up, dude. Like, I'm not even fucking, like, shut up. Like, dude, you're not one to talk. If you're gonna have an opinion like that, at least don't try and take the moral high ground with people. You know, like simply as that. I genuinely don't think that he even really like thinks about anything that really comes out of his fucking mouth, and I think that's why his hate audience is actually like the community that dislike him is bigger than his actual community, which is just fucking like I don't really know anybody else on YouTube who has that. Like, very few people, unless people who are like really, really small and are just like really hated. But he's like one of the only people of note of like, you know, somebody that people know of, like Amberlynn Reid. Okay, yeah, there are a couple of others. My apologies, guys, but Onision is one of the main ones. He's one of the people that really comes to mind. You know what I mean? In that regard, he has like a big hate audience. He's the biggest one, right? Yeah, I actually have no idea about Amberlynn. I saw Deity doing a stream about her. I think it was him. I think it was Deity. But I didn't really understand what was going on. I didn't really get it because I'm really new to it. Anyway. Who is the worst president currently in the White House, Trump or Onision? Who is the worst German dictator in World War II, Hitler or Onision? Just why? The majority of people think I was the worst German dictator in World War II. I was born in 1985. It's shit like this that makes me realise why his career is like nothing of what it used to be. You know? Oh yeah, I'm aware of that, Granny. I'm aware of that, and you know, it sucks. It sucks that obviously that happens. Anyway. Honestly, please don't post gifs of Will Ferrell. He is a national treasure. Please never post a gif of him ever again, right? I don't like it. Honestly, do not ruin Will Ferrell for me, Onision. Don't do it. I understand now you're all out of your minds. I finally get it. So he's gaslighting people again, more so. Here's a good one. How desperate are you to sleep with me? Let's have a look. No thanks, I'm not 12. Do I have to be a 14-year-old girl to answer this question? Shut the fuck up, Greg. Oh, that's fucking moving, Greg. I'd rather watch Two Girls, One Cup than to ever even consider the thought of that. And that says a lot about you. True. True. Honestly, guys, I don't know if you guys have watched it, but do not watch Two Girls, One Cup. That is horrendous shit, literally. I think that's an over-exaggeration. I don't know. I don't fucking yikes, guys. No, that seems to be it. That seems to be it. Yeah, that's something that's really come out recently. I never really knew that about him. That he's like, at least that's what Shiloh says. Shiloh said that he's like a nymphomaniac. That he's like really into sex. That he wants to fuck like several times a day, and he wants to masturbate in between sessions and shit. Which honestly, guys, I honestly, I don't know how he still has a penis. Honestly, after all of that, honestly, I genuinely, you know. I would assume that, you know, he wouldn't have a penis anymore. He'd be a eunuch, or the equivalent at least. I mean, yeah, honestly, I've noticed that RSLA. I've noticed that since I started talking about Onision. And beware, guys, I'm actually really new to Onision. And I've really come into this whole thing trying to be unbiased. And it's really difficult to be unbiased with this guy. Like, it seems like he just does so much shit that's stupid as fuck. And I'm actually struggling to find anything to defend or anything to, like, counterpoint or anything that I can play devil's advocate on. And, I mean, I guess that's good, right? For everybody who wants his, you know, wants him to lose his channels and go to jail and stuff. But, you know, he's, like, so unlikable. But the main thing is, guys, as a commentator, I don't want to be, like, biased. I'm trying to be objective, but yeah, like I said, it's really difficult with him. So, tiny penis could explain a lot. Yeah, but I don't know. I don't want to get into his penis size. It's kind of unnecessary. How is Onision in bed? Great questions, mate. How long would you want to be married to Onision? Are you an Onision fan? Now he's being depressing. The death penalty. People are afraid of it. But if you die, you don't have to put up with people anymore. And that's a huge win. So now he's basically inferring what appears to be, I don't even want to get into it. You know what he's inferring, guys. You know what he's inferring. I'm not going to say it. And he gets straight back to, do you want me to be your baby daddy? You know what, guys? I'm inferring some really dark shit in my previous tweet, but now I want to know if you want a new daddy. Because I'm obviously daddy material. If I, you know, like, hey, big daddy. Like, I don't know, dude. It's just... And he's still... Is he still alive? Oh, no, I think he's finished now. I think he's finished. Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna stop that. Just popped up on my Twitter. Might have to delete this VOD. But yeah, anyway, let's bring it back to the main screen and continue to talk about this, because this is interesting stuff. It was only a couple of seconds. But yeah. Oh, don't worry about it, Shizzo. It's good to have you here. Thank you for joining. I appreciate it. Yeah, exactly. That's what I was thinking, Mira. That tweet about death is really gonna make people wanna like have him as a daddy. You know, that's some good daddy material, guys. Let's be honest. It's like peering into the brain of a fly. Right, guys. Yeah, that person is here, Professor. Let me just sort your comment. So yeah, anyway, one thing I was also made aware of, and I don't know if it's actually true, I was looking at one of the Onision like hate Twitters recently, and there was something put up about how police went to Onision and Kai's house like last week or something, and apparently Onision went to hospital for like a wellness check or something. I don't know if you guys have heard about that, but I saw something about it and I wasn't too sure if it was true or not, so I wasn't really sure if I wanted to like really speak on it. And I'm aware, and I've been aware about this for a while, even on my previous platform that I used to stream on, that like sometimes people prank, like it's not even a prank. I don't even actually know why I use the word prank. I think these people, they see it as a prank, but it's actually it's a form of like swatting, in my opinion. And basically the idea is you send like the police or the ambulance service to someone's house because you think that they are having like suicidal thoughts, that they're going to they're going to do something do something foolish. And I've seen this actually happen on YouNow, the platform that I used to I still am to an extent, the platform I used to invest a lot of time into, and people were legitimately getting like wellness checked, and that really fucking sucks. You know, that really fucking sucks. And it does happen, and as much like the thing is, I don't really want to sit here and say that like it would be any different for Greg. I don't think people should be doing that to Greg either. Even though he's obviously like a douche, he's awful. There's so much stuff against him. He's a bad person, right? That's the consensus from a lot of people. I don't know if people should be doing that, or if people should be like swatting him or anything like that. Turns out he was with his daughter while writing those disturbing things on Twitter, by the way. Really, Sophia? Wow. There's like 20 plus new Onision hate videos just today. I guess I'm one of them. He was legitimately posting worrisome stuff, and there was a lot of real concern. Yeah. I don't know. I feel like a lot of people, they're maybe not a lot of people. I'm going to really try and explain this well. There are an extreme group of anti-Onision stans who take things a little bit too far, who go like too far with what they say, and the harassment, the abuse, and stuff like that. And whilst Onision is somebody who obviously needs his karma, I said this yesterday, and I'll say this again today. You don't want to become the very thing that you hate. You know, you don't want to become the very thing that you hate. You don't want to lower yourself to be as bad as that. You know, and I think that's something that you guys can be. You guys can be against Onision. You can be against anybody. You can speak out against people, but you don't want to like lower yourself to that level. You don't want to be. You don't want to become the monster, basically. And I think that's so important to remember, because there's a reason why you are unhappy with what he or other people do, right? There's a reason. It's because you're empathetic. You are considerate. You've got emotions. You care about people, right? That's usually the idea. That's usually what people say. Maybe you should think about that. You know, like to those people. That's what I'm saying. Don't stoop yourself down to that level. And I'm not saying like. What I'm saying is things that could be considered equivalently as bad, like pushing somebody to kill themselves, for example. That is awful to do that. And some people could argue, oh, well, Loki and all these other commentators, you commentating about Greg is probably pushing him towards wanting to do that. I will have you know right now, I would never want that to happen to him. I would never want that, and I would never, I'd never encourage that. I do not believe in that, and I would say this, guys. If that was to happen, I would be very, very sad. Even though he's a bad person and he's done some awful things, that is not what I call poetic justice, in my opinion. So that's what I'm going to say in regards to that. Guys, I'm not even that good of a person. I talk a lot of shit. I've said things in the past that I regret. Like, I'm a commentator, guys. Commentators, we all say crazy shit. We get fucking, we get haters and shit like that. And I've got my fair share of haters. You know what I mean? But the thing is you've gotta learn from your mistakes. You gotta try and get better. You gotta try and be better. You can't just be like Onision and become progressively worse over the years and not expect comeuppance. It's simply how it is. Right, yeah, well, I definitely don't want anybody to, like, go harass him or anything like that. Yeah, we're definitely... Guys, this is a fucking... Like, this is a chill zone. We're having opinions. We're talking about the situation at large. That is very, very important that you guys are aware of. And I know there are people out there who would disagree with me and would probably get angry at me and downvote my video for saying stuff like this. Because I'm aware that the stream of Shiloh, there were people legitimately attacking the moderators in there for not wanting, like, nasty messages in the chat. Not wanting, like, death threats and shit like that in there. And various other reasons as well. But, like, the moderators were doing their job. And Chris Hansen is not just another fucking YouTuber. He's a professional fucking host who runs a professional channel. He doesn't need any people messing around, like, being excessive in his chat. Yeah, there's been infighting, Maura. There's been infighting between the what I would consider the moderates, the anti-Onision moderates, and what I would consider the extremists. The radicals. The radicals as well, not the extremists. I don't like using the word extremists because it references, like, terrorist stuff, and yeah, I don't want to use that word. But yeah, radicals is a better word for it. And yeah, that's kind of the way that I'm looking at it, and it seems like there's been a lot of infighting in that regard, and I'm pretty sure you guys can tell what side I'm on in that situation. Everyone has a place. 4chan is very inviting. Is 4chan still a thing? I don't know. I'm getting older, I suppose, but oh god, yikes, man. Yeah, exactly. I agree. Like, Chris Hansen does have connections, which is why Chris Hansen is a terrific person to really, like, have getting involved in all of this. Do you think Onision will talk to Chris Hansen? See, I don't want to be wrong. I love to be right, Araceli. You'll realise that about me. I love to, like, get it right and say I told you so. So I can be smug about it, but I don't think he will. I don't think he will do it. And I think simply the reason why is because Chris is a professional and Chris will ask him questions that I don't think Onision will be ready to answer. And he won't know what to say. And I think Onision is probably too afraid of slipping up and saying something that is going to be very, very damaging. It's easy for Onision to play ignorant right now and just use the story that he's got, use the protection that he has. And by protection, I mean the fact that he has been very, very careful to protect his own backside when it comes to all of the things that he's been doing. The, checking up state laws, moving teenagers across borders so he can sleep with them, stuff like that. Not being inappropriate with the teenage girls that he's talking to until they become of an age of consent in a certain place. He's been very, very careful, and I don't think that he would risk the sanctity of his story, his entire defense that he has built over years, to do a stream with Chris. Because Chris may, due to his professionalism, his intelligence, due to his enormous history and just general, experience experience in this field, he is going to be able to really get Onision talking, and he might slip up. You know? I watched Chris Hansen back when I was a kid. Back when I was growing up, I used to watch To Catch a Predator, and I'd watch the show Cheaters a lot as well. I would watch, like, I was so into those kind of like investigative PI shows when I was growing up, and I really fucking, honestly, it was my favorite thing. Chris Hansen is, I've heard that about the larceny. Was it the larceny? I don't, I'm not really too aware of all of that, but yeah, I mean, it's nothing to the same degree of child exploitation. If we're gonna pull straws, I suppose. Oh, it was a bad check and it was dropped. Huh. There you go. Cheaters, it was a really good show, and honestly, it would make me so livid. It'd make me so livid just watching that shit. I feel like we do actually have like an Onision stan in here, which is fucking absurd. But no, it's good to have good representation in my streams at least. You only know of Chris because of South Park. Well, that's cool. Congrats on over 1K. Thank you, Sarah. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it, guys. Thanks to all of you who have subscribed to my streams over the last couple of days. I have gone from like having 700 subscribers like close to a month ago. I'm now close to 1,001. Oh no, shit, we're actually up. What the fuck? We're over 1,100? Holy shit. Okay, well, that happened, guys. I completely lost sight of that, but yo, guys, over 1,100. We're getting like 100 a day at the moment. This is absurd. The LowkeyLoki point. Yeah, that fucking look at subscription count, guys. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Oh really? Gunshots nearby, so I'm flooring it. America. That's like one of the things that I'm afraid about, because I do actually want to move to America. There are so many good reasons to live in America. The food, the culture, Trump. I'm kidding on Trump, but like there are good reasons to move there. So I'm kind of waiting for Trump to be out of office and there to be a different candidate who's a little bit more tolerant of immigrants. And once that happens, I'm going to be hopefully I'd like to move either to New York or maybe to California somewhere. That would be pretty fucking spicy, mate. That would be a good vibe. Anyway, 10% of your subscribers are currently watching. How cool is that? That is really cool, Midnight, because I know a lot of, it's not just on YouTube either. There's a lot of platforms, and I'm sure you guys have noticed this maybe on Twitter especially, where you'll see people who've got like 100k on Twitter, 100k followers, but they get like 10 or 15 like likes on their tweets. What do you guys think when you see that? Like, what do you guys think when you see people with really high fucking fan counts with very little engagement? They fucking bought followers. It's fucking evident. They bought followers off of one of those fucking those cheap fucking websites. Like, I've never understood the rationality behind doing that. I've never understood that. Never understood the rationality behind it, because anybody with a brain, anybody who is... Oh, okay, maybe not even that. Maybe saying a brain's kind of unnecessary. Anybody with good attention to detail, anyone with good attention to detail is going to fucking notice that you're full of shit. Simple as that. 10 to 20% engagement is baseline. Right, exactly. I think it's like if you have like less than like 5% or something like that, that's when it becomes like, what's going on? You know? What's going on? What's going on with your Twitter? Is it dead? Is your social media dead, or are you just buying followers? You know, Is that why Onision still has subs? Well, Onision got... I mean, no, I don't think so. I think Onision, he got all of his subs, like, back when he, like, really took off, when he got his viral videos, and his channel was doing really, really well. But most of the people who follow Onision are, like, dead accounts or, like, alt accounts. People who don't really, like, aren't necessarily on YouTube anymore. People who've grown up and just, like, stopped going on YouTube. I don't know how you could stop going on YouTube. It's fucking ridiculous, but some people do it. Some people move on, right? Yeah, could you imagine, Envy? Bet half of Greg's subs are his different accounts. Could you imagine? That would be fucking absurd, man. Wish he'd lose some. I mean, I don't really worry about anything like that. You know, like that's Greg is tweeting weird shit again. I don't even know if I want to look at it. Like, I feel like I feel like it's just irritating me more than anything at this point. But guys, would you like to watch a video that Greg posted? I don't know if you guys have seen it, but it's one of his more recent videos. Would you guys like to watch it with me and maybe talk about it a little bit? And I'll provide some in-depth commentary about it. 'Cause, I mean, we're an hour and 20 minutes in, but I could be here for another 10, 15 minutes or so if you'd like. He's talking about autism. Yeah, honestly, I try and stay away from, like, talking about disabilities or anything along those lines, any kind of special needs. Because it's very difficult to talk about that kind of stuff without coming across as a dick. So, you know, and I've made that mistake myself. You know, it's you gotta be very careful how you speak about shit like that. Anyway,
So,
oh god, I hate it when it comes up on autoplay. But yeah, let's jump in. All right, so let's have a look. Is it going to work? Brilliant. Okay, so this video is called I Can't Do This Anymore. He put it up 6 days ago. I did not actually kind of review this video at all or really talk about it. So I'm going to talk about it now. I'm going to move myself to the side so I'm not going to be in the way. There we go. You guys ready? You guys ready? Put a 1 in the chat if you guys are ready for me to play this. Is Onion making money still, and if so, why? Well, yeah, he does still make money. Most of it off of his patrons, but also off the views that he gets on his videos on YouTube too. I think that Onision is making enough to live off at the moment. He's got enough to sustain himself, and it's mainly due to the anti-Onision stands who have been kind of supporting his culture. Or sorry, his content even. Anyway, so always want, let's... Yeah, and that too. Copyright striking people's videos. Let's watch.
so I was going to release a part 2 to a video that was entirely centered on basically telling everyone why I'm good and others are not good, and it's a ridiculous process that people do all the time online. This is a run-through of what was roughly edited and is going to be released, but I'm never going to release it. And the reason I'm not going to is because, and I've been thinking about this for a while, I don't want to do it. I just don't want to participate. I don't want to engage. I don't want to take part in this. What I want to do is create awesome videos. I don't want to focus on every single person who is mad at me for whatever reason they want to be. I've been dealing with my husband Kai being upset with me lately because he doesn't want to watch me address everything everyone says about me. As a subscriber, Kai wants to see fun with Onisions and music videos and other comedy sketches. And I, as a fan of other people, I too only want to see those things from them. I want to see people being happy. I want to see people enjoying life. I don't want to see them getting dragged down by random anons online. Like, who gives a shit? So I've made changes in my life that I have never made before. And I've taken steps I've never taken. Not so much for the sake of going, I'm the bigger person, or look how much I've grown, but just for the sake of living a happier life. So this video's just here to establish that there is no part 2. There was, but I killed it. It covered numerous funny and important things, I suppose, but I just don't have it in me to fight anymore. So, with that being said, I'm aiming for a place I want to be, not at people I never want to see again. Thanks for watching.
Alright, so that is the video. Hopefully you guys were able to gain a bit of perspective from that. I felt like some of the clips and the references that he was making in the video, like the threesome picture, for example, the baby picture as well. I don't really understand why he decided, like, what kind of clicked in his mind to make him think, you know, maybe I should include that in my video. Maybe I should include references of a threesome. And it's like he's intentionally hinting at stuff that he's done in the past. And he's... The main point I really have, and it's not really necessarily related with all of that, is he said in the video that he, you know, he's tired of all the drama. That he's tired of all the hate. That he's just... He doesn't want to do it anymore. Kai doesn't want him to do it anymore. He wants to do good, positive things. He wants to be happy. And he wants people to be happy. Then why the fuck do you keep posting tweets and videos and having a variety of content where you're legitimately just trolling everybody who doesn't like you? You're just constantly act irrational and say things that are completely left field. It's very contradicting, and it makes people even more angry. It makes people even more upset. It makes people, like, I don't think Onision and other people who do this kind of stuff realize that when you poke a group of people who don't like you, do you really think that they're going to stop? Do you really think they're going to slow down, that they're going to move on? Or do you think by poking them, by prodding them, by insulting them, by harassing, you know, by saying, well, maybe not harassing, but by saying things that are unkind and unnecessary to them, that it is going to make the situation better? It's not. It really won't. It really won't make things better. And I mean, what option do you really have? I don't know. Honestly, if I was in his shoes, I would just do whatever I could to ignore all of it and focus on the positive. That's what I would do. But yeah. Wait, have I got 2 dislikes so far? No. How do you like the stream on iPhone? Yeah, guys, how any of you guys watching the stream on iPhone? Obviously, I actually do watch a lot of live streams from my phone, and they seem to be okay. But I'm pretty new to using YouTube, like Streamlabs on YouTube, and I'm just trying to make sure my settings are good because I want things to, like, obviously be perfect for you, and hopefully I'm going to make things look cooler in the future. But this is pretty simple for now, and it works. It was fine yesterday, right? Right, everything's cool. Yeah, I'll be interested to know, like, what Chris Hansen's got planned next week, if anything. I think he's obviously covered a lot, and there are obviously other people that could be brought on that Chris could speak to. And obviously you guys are putting some names in the chat, and I think it would be quite interesting. Good idea, Abby. But I don't know. I'm curious to see what it's going to be. Yeah. See, like, the thing is, like, in most circumstances, guys, I would be really, really against Chris or anybody else bringing up shit from Onision's past and kind of using that to paint a picture of him. But considering that pretty much everything that they're talking about, everything that they're, all the topics of discussion between, that has been going on, especially more recently, it's all related, it's all linked. It's all relevant still. You know what I mean? And that's that's where it becomes more understandable, right? But yeah, like, exactly, Araceli, yeah. And if that wasn't the case, I would be like, why are you bringing up his ex-wife, and why are you asking her questions when their relationship was such a long time ago? But considering that he seems to have this pattern of behavior that's been happening still even now, like even more recently, it makes sense that we kind of go back to the start. We find out really what's going on, and
So
oh god, it almost played again. Sorry, guys. But yeah, it is. It's a really there's just a huge pattern to it. Oh god, no, not again, guys, not again. We're not gonna do it again. What was the last time he? When was the last time he streamed on YouNow? What, Onision? It was months ago. Onision and Kai, they don't stream on YouNow anymore. They did it for a while. They did it for a while, but it's very easy to make troll accounts on there, and it's very easy to like Loki, like, record and harass, and I think, and I don't think they were really making much money there either. And I think obviously making money is very important to them. I mean, it's important to everybody, but it seems like it's one of their primary concerns, especially in this year. I'm not really necessarily too sure about Kai. Well, Sophia, thanks for being here, and thank you, appreciate it. But anyway, guys. So before I finish up today and get out of here, I have a couple of questions that I want to ask you guys, just to get your perspectives. There's quite a lot of people here, and I feel like I want some perspective from some of you on how you feel about my streams and the kind of direction that we're going to go into next. As you guys are aware, I've been streaming every day, weekdays, 5 p.m. EST. I've been considering live streaming a little bit, obviously still doing streams at this time, but perhaps maybe doing a stream earlier or later in the day. Would you guys be up for that? Would you guys be up for me doing earlier streams or later streams? Talking about various things. But would you watch the VOD if it was good? Would you watch the VOD? Well, the idea is, I was thinking, obviously, what I'm doing right now will be the super professional streams that I do, where I'm really specific. I'm talking about specific topics, but then I might do streams earlier or later where I just kind of doss about, and it's more like a kind of a vloggy vibe, and we hang out. We can talk about whatever you guys want. We can talk about world news. We can talk about anything that you want, fucking ridiculous, crazy shit. Honestly, guys, you can hit me with a topic and I could probably talk about it, in some instance or another. I've always got something to say about everything, and I feel like you have to be a good commentator. You've got to be able to just keep your mouth moving as much as you can. 3 months ago, cool. But yeah, that's what I'm really getting at. So obviously nothing's gonna change. I'm still gonna be doing this right now because this is some good shit. What is harmonic quantum resonance? You know what? I don't really know much about that. It sounds fucking confusing, and it doesn't even sound like it's actually a real thing. But I could easily fucking Wikipedia that bitch and check it out, see what it's all about. You know what I mean? Yeah, Loki's rabbit hole series. Yeah, Like I did a live stream on YouNow recently where I just sat and I was talking about like mythology and I was talking about like my religious beliefs and stuff like that, and that was really interesting. I feel I was just sitting talking about what belief I have and the values and principles behind it. Like everybody thinks I'm a Scientologist, but I'm not. All right, leave me alone. Um, I'm agnostic, right? Leave me alone. But yeah. Well, obviously, I'm not like trying to push you guys to have to watch me at any of these times. Basically, what I'm trying to do is just, well, I'm making you guys aware that I'm going to be doing other streams, so you might keep a lookout. But more so, I'm just getting some feedback whether you guys would even like that kind of stuff, like me to talk about like various other things. I don't know if I'll keep them up like as a YouTube video, unless like it actually is an interesting topic and people are like really into it, in which case I might leave the VOD up and might put it under like a playlist or something. Would you consider guesting with appearing or Discord? I've been hiccuping a lot today. It's from all this fucking McDonald's that I ate earlier. Yeah, Kirsty, I spoke about it a little bit earlier. I would love to do call-ins on my show in the future. But what I will say is I'm kind of, right now, I'm trying to establish an audience here, a community here. And I'm the new kid on the block on YouTube. I'm the new kid. And I really want to situate myself here. I want to build up a group of genuine supporters who fuck with me, and then I'm gonna start really releasing some really sexy content. You know what I mean? Some really spicy shit. Don't dox me. You'll want to talk, McGinty. Fucking hell. Do you remember? Do you remember the other fucking week? Oh, yikes, man. But yeah, I would totally be I'd be totally down for like guesting or like doing like Discord like voice-ins, stuff like that. That'd be really spicy. Because I mean, I'll just being able to talk to you guys. Like the great thing about being a YouNower is that I'm actually really good at guesting people. I'm really good at like having people on my show and interviewing people, and that's actually my main craft. I'm actually an interviewer as much as I am a commentator. I just don't interview people much, but I actually I interview like live streamers and celebrities and shit like that. Yeah, I'm hoping to really start doing it on here. I'm just taking my time. I'm taking my time right now. Do Dr. Phil stuff? I don't know about that. Honestly, like whenever I look at like Dr. Phil, like all I see is like people going on those shows for attention, and then they get even worse. Like it's very rare that people go on Dr. Phil and like get cured of their ailments or like get better. I don't know, man. I might come back. All right, Kirsty, you've been saying that for over like 2 years now. I want to see you pull out that Red Bull cock. All right. Do you have a Discord? Yeah, it's in my bio or description. Down in the description, innit? It's pretty basic at the moment, but we're working on the Discord. We're gonna make it spicy soon. I've been talking about it for a while. See you later, Fire Lily. Noodle finance Loki's docs. Wait, what? Bad Barbie for one. Right, that's a good example. And there was this chick that went on there recently called Tamara. It was like earlier this year or some shit. Was it? Yeah, Tamara. And she's actually from the platform that I was on. I didn't know her, but I saw her around a lot. And now she's like this hardcore like Beverly Hills Barbie doll. And she's like completely plastic. Like her boobs are like the size of my head. It's yeah, Tamara XO. It's pretty fucking spicy, I'll put it that way. What the fuck is up with this chat? What's wrong with the chat, Bear Tank? What's wrong with the chat? Who doesn't love a good conspiracy? I mean, I do. I don't have that money. Oh, don't worry about it. Who cares? What platform? Freddie B doesn't know. I used to be. Oh, I keep saying I used to be, and I guess I'm going to eventually start saying that. But I'm originally from a platform called YouNow, which was really popular in like 2016. 2015, and a lot of really big really big like drama channels and commentating channels actually came from there. But they actually left before I did. They made the jump earlier, which was a good decision for them. It's just hilarious. Okay, well, Bear Tank's laughing at all of you. No, I'm kidding. Aliens, yes or no? I feel like you've got to be a fucking moron to not believe in aliens, but like, I don't want to bully anybody here, but you know, religious extremism isn't really necessarily welcome in my stream. Can I just call you Jesus? Yo, leave me alone, Mr. Goatee. You know me. You know too much about old school me. Scares me. Flat Earth. Yeah, I believe in that. I fucking know about that. This stream is going down a real fucking dark road right now. But no, guys, I want to say thank you to everybody who has obviously subscribed to me today. All of you guys for tuning in. It's been incredible, honestly. I've gained over 100 subscribers in the last 24 hours, and to me, that is a lot. I know to a lot of YouTubers, that doesn't mean shit. But for me, being a new YouTuber, wow. You guys are fucking awesome, and thank you very, very much, really. I'm excited to start again. I don't know what we're going to be talking about tomorrow. I'll obviously have something spicy planned. Nice headset. I've had this headset for years. I actually want to get something a little bit more tidy. But the good thing is, if my microphone fucks up, I've got this one, and it doesn't sound too bad either. So you know, I can like switch over if I need to. So I mean, it's better than nothing, isn't it? I subscribed. You're cool. I appreciate that, Araceli. That's cool. Well done, Loki. Cheers, mate. Appreciate it. What brand? It's a Gamescom. It's like a Plantronics Gamescom 720 or something like that. 920. I don't know. It's like I don't even know if you can buy it anymore. This is quite an old headset, but it's so comfortable, man. I fucking love it, and it's surround sound and the microphone's good quality, and it costs like $30-40. So do you think you're going to cover the Ace family in the near future? I actually did cover it a little while ago, and like nobody watched the video, so clearly nobody gave a fuck about that video. I guess it just didn't have a good enough title or a good enough thumbnail. But yeah, I mean, I will cover. I don't know if anything's going on with the Ace family like right now, but I did cover the whole thing that happened with that beauty guru guy exposing the Ace family. How about Amberlynn Reed? You know what you should do, guys? You guys should go on my Discord, and like in my discussion area, my show discussion, you guys should post some ideas for people that I should like watch, and like stuff that I should review and commentate. Would you guys be up for that? Would you guys be up for that? I'd really appreciate it. You'd be doing me a good service. ASMR drama, right? Would you cover hiding in my room? I could do that. I don't know really how long it would last. Discord? Yeah, Discord. It's like Skype, but better, you know. Sweet. Yeah, if you guys want to post it in there, that'd be cool. But honestly, I'm gonna get the fuck out of here. It's been a really good stream today. We've had over like 100 people watching for most of this stream, which is really big for me. So I want to say thank you so much, guys, for tuning in, and thank you for the likes and the subscriptions. Make sure you. I'm sorry, Ryan. I'm so sorry, but guys, 5 o'clock is when I start. 5 p.m. EST. I wish I could go live later, but I'm from the UK. So if I go live any later, I'm going to be like fucking, I'm going to be dead. I honestly, I don't want to be like one of those like Brits who like lives on like an American schedule. Fuck that. So yeah, guys, I will see you guys all later. I really do appreciate GMT. I go live at 10 o'clock British time. 10 o'clock British time is when I go live. But yeah, guys, thank you very much for watching. I really do appreciate it. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Goodbye, everybody.